Alright, what's going on guys? Fortminorproject back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And in here I'm going to be talking about the 2011 draft. Of course, every year the draft comes about, and of course, I was always after WrestleMania. And I believe the draft actually doesn't come to us, I believe, next month if I'm not mistaken. So I am coming in here for a couple of, draft picks. And this might change as, the draft comes, closer, and I might do my overall draft picks, but since I was bored and didn't really have anything else to talk about until later on, and of course I got in the hot seat in my raw review for tomorrow, and just decided to come in here for a video for you guys for today, and a pretty quick one too. I might add too as well. So I got a couple of guys in mind so far. Like I said, it might change over time, but some of these draft picks might not happen, or depending on what's going on. So, this is what I got so far. And starting it off, I'm going to kick things off for Monday Night Raw. And actually, in no particular order, of course. I'm going to start things off with The Undertaker. Now, being simply put, with this one, The Undertaker has always been on SmackDown. And I thought, it'd be an interesting fit to have The Undertaker on Raw. Even though he probably won't show up as much too, going into Raw and being part-time. So that would be definitely interesting to have The Undertaker, even though it probably won't happen. I doubt it will happen, but it would be nice and pretty interesting to see The Undertaker on the flagship show, of course, more often. So that's it with that. The next pick I got here is Cody Rhodes, of course, having his basically undashing gimmick. He's doing pretty well on SmackDown, as of late, so I think, putting him over to Raw, I think he would do at least, more better there too as well. So that's what I got with that. So Cody Rhodes going over to Raw. With my next pick here, which I wouldn't be surprised about, seeing getting drafted, and that is Jack Swagger. Of course, Jack Swagger was basically helping, Michael Cole, getting him trained into his WrestleMania matchup against Jerry the King Lawler for WrestleMania 27, and they're still basically pairing up two in a way, as a manager, I guess, so something like that. So they're still basically together, so I wouldn't be surprised having Jack Swagger move over to Raw during the draft, so that's what I'm going to go with that. Also, with these two, this probably won't happen, but, I didn't really think of anyone else at this point. It's mainly a tag team in a way. We got the Big Show and Kane, just to go to Raw and be dominant on Raw. Instead of being SmackDown and move over to Raw. So that's what I have with that. Moving on to SmackDown, and with another thing, with another guy that probably won't even get switched as well, like The Undertaker. That is Triple H going to SmackDown. With his move on 2008, I think he did pretty well on SmackDown, and for him being there in the way permanently, I think that would be pretty cool and see more of him on SmackDown. I couldn't really think of anyone else, but he probably won't be moved to SmackDown, but anything can happen, so that's why I put Triple H on SmackDown. Randy Orton, another guy that might get drafted to SmackDown. Again, I highly doubt that, but it might happen as well. Just to have have SmackDown have more star power, since as of late they have been lacking in star power. So just having more of those top guys in SmackDown, I think will actually help them out too as well. So that's another reason why I have Randy Orton and Triple H there as well. Another guy here is kind of random, but that is Ted DiBiase. Basically, to help his character out, at least it might, help him out like Cody Rhodes, and instead of being lost in, there and everything like that, and not being there. So maybe with the move to SmackDown, it'll help him out getting into storylines. Even as far as maybe winning some championships and have a winning streak there. So you never know, could happen. So it's pretty random, but Ted DiBiase's on the list. Like another guy is on the list, and that's kind of random too, I guess. Is Zack Ryder. Basically, simply put, said I wouldn't mind having Zack Ryder teaming with Kurt Hawkins again. I thought they were a cool tag team. So that's another reason why I have Zack Ryder going over to SmackDown in the draft. So that would be actually pretty cool with that, and also might help out build his character and stuff like that. And maybe they'll do at least somewhat more better things with Zack Ryder on SmackDown. And last but not least, we got John Morrison, and this will probably happen. I wouldn't be surprised too, and wouldn't really be mad. He'll probably do a lot more better, I'm sure, at SmackDown. Finally get the chance to be, world champion there. We seen it, when he was trying to go become, champion, but that didn't really go so well on Raw. So SmackDown might be the best next thing for him, so I wouldn't really be mad about that. So that's and another thing to have, more star power again with John Morrison going over to SmackDown, and he can have, good feuds and work some, good matches with some of the guys there. So that's why I have John Morrison there. And that's basically it as of right now. Of course, the list might get a little bit bigger, and as the time goes on, I will have more added to the list, and that's what I have with that. So if you guys have your own list about the draft, and what do you guys thoughts are, if you have your own list, you can always drop your list down below in the comment box. And that basically has to do with this video. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my Raw review. Peace.